Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another scene of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York, the Groove. Tonight's scene, we have Chase's Storm waiting within the set, within the Umbra, waiting for submission to a competition, a challenge that he issued to the entire set. The challenge was simple. Submit to him a custom Talen, something of each individual guru's own name that could be used in battle, and that has not been seen on Sept before. We open up with just Chase's sitting on the ground, waiting patiently.
Blitzkrieg at this point probably pads up in the Umbra. Probably wearing, probably in wolf form, because lulls. Kind of getting a stretch on. Like, Chase is right. Sup, bro?
We are of the same rank now, Yoff. No need to call me Ryan.
Oh, you'll always be Riot, I mean. And he kind of kicks up and kind of sits on his butt and kind of looking around. What's going on?
Do you remember the challenge that I issued with Sept?
Yep. Get them Theurges working. Shit.
So far, I only have knowledge of Sam's submission and Kotori's. So I'm waiting for others.
He blinks. How many do we currently have in the set?
How many Theurges? We have Night Eyes. We have Kotori. We have Kachina. We have Sam.
I know Kachina is working on something for Dolphin, but I don't know. That's for the tree. I don't know how much time he would have wanted to take out for anything else, but
Right.
it issue a challenge.
We also have Dragos.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I had something in my throat. So that's 5 Theurges, and you have 2. Well, 6 Theurges, and you'll have 2.
Right. But the challenge was for anyone who had decided to play them. So I'm interested to see who else decided to take the challenge.
Hey man, I don't know how to make this shit. I use it.
And wouldn't you know it, as as Chase of the Storm mentions, I wonder who else might have taken the challenge. An individual, well known throughout the set, makes her way up. Kelly moves towards the assembled Adrons or Athros, actually, and takes a seat on one of the stumps nearby and sort of inclines her head towards Chase's and Blitzkrieg. Evening, Ryas.
So,
Chase is right. I heard that you had put out a challenge for Talons of a unique origin.
Aye?
And maybe no Theurge, but all the same, an appraisal from a Theurge on Talons that any other auspice makes is always a well, it gives you that warm, fuzzy feeling inside. Says with kind of a smirk.
Hmm.
And so she'll reach into her sizable quiver, and she pulls out a wooden arrow shaft that is carved to absolute perfection, um, made to very exacting specifications, and an arrowhead that matches, which is expertly crafted out of steel. And the design pattern on the actual arrowhead itself is very much a crisscrossed pattern, almost like webbing. And she'll present it to Chases the Storm.
What is it that you've given me a last correct course?
I call these stasis arrows. They are made from natural, some of the most untouched wood I was able to find within the area, and some of the finest forged steel I could also procure. It is a marriage of wild and weaver, which I feel is the spirit of how things should be, rather than how they are. These arrowheads contain the essence and the service of the local pattern spiders, which agreed to take up residence in these arrowheads to assist me.
And how was it that you were able to convince such spirits, the Weaver, to work with something so wild?
I spoke to them on the triad as it should be, as it once was. And after a time speaking, we came to an accordance of sorts. And I found myself interested to see that at least some of the pattern spiders are a bit more liberal in how they feel.
Hmm.
Not to say that it was easy, but they agreed, as long as the arrowheads that they were placed in were crafted to the finest quality.
And who crafted these arrowheads?
I did myself.
Really now?
I've been finding the art of weapon making and Talen making to be centering, calming even.
So you can make arrowheads and other stuff too?
I make quite a few things. I'm currently working on a project, but I'm not willing to talk about it until it's out of its design phase.
Well, pray tell me, what auspice are you again? Yeah.
I am a full moon.
You notice his ears twitch in well, go ahead, roll me perception empathy on the expression on his face.
That's a 5-hole die. Yay!
I will let you know what my role is going to be as soon as Zeta Boards decides it wants to cooperate.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta reload my screen because it won't show my dice. 1 second.
I know I have at least 3 dice in it. I don't have the lovely benefits of chameleon anymore. What a wonderful little time that was. Empathy. Yep. Here's mud in your eye. Wow, 3 successes on 3 dice.
Ooh.
Score!
Shane, how many dice do you roll?
5. What did I roll? I can't see crap yet.
A 4, a 6, a 2, a 5, and a 1.
Oh, Jesus. Blitzkrieg notices nothing wrong. Because minicam sucks.
Sorry about that.
That's all good, bro.
So Shan doesn't notice, but Callie notices that even though Chase's storm is in lupus form, his expression is one of pleasant surprise.
She'll incline her head graciously and give sort of a half of a genuflection and smile. There is a Garu among my people now. She has graced the sept once or twice. She goes by the name of Mai Cabra. She was instrumental in summoning the wild spirit that bound the Storm Eater.
Mai?
She is a Theurge whose battle prowess is beyond the realm of most Aruns that I have met. Present company notwithstanding.
Blitzkrieg smiles at that.
Maricabra is one, I think, sadly, one of the very few true warrior priestesses.
I idolize her in a way. And if a Theurge can learn to fight as an Arun does, there's no reason that an Arun cannot learn to interact and bind spirits the way the Theurges do.
I see your logic. Never forget, we are half spirit in essence.
Callie will nod.
I had heard of these stasis arrows for quite some time now, but I had always been curious how you procured them.
Now you know.
Had you handed me one without this new intelligence on your Talen, I would have thrown it out, would have disqualified you. However, I like this. I like what you've done. I'll take it.
Yay, you're not terrible. He smiles.
Callie will just sort of roll her eyes at Blitzkrieg, and as she does so, she'll take both her arms up, and she'll put her thumbs sort of outwards, and she'll smack her fists together in the friend's fist bump, giving the finger without giving the finger.
Sam at about this time will walk up. He's wearing his normal clothing and stuff like that. But and he'll give Blitzkrieg and Callie both kind of nods. But he walks up to Chase's respectfully, and he digs in his pocket and he pulls out a it's a flat box, wooden, with a note taped to the top of it, and he'll hold it out to Chase's respectfully.
Jesus, the storm looks up from his lupus form. He'll sit and he'll take the time and shift into Ahmed form, sitting cross-legged on the ground. And he'll take the box. Sam,
He opens it. What's inside is in the chat box. Chat box.
you've already submitted yours. What is this now?
It is a Talen for Mother Larissa.
A Talen for Mother Larissa.
Yes, it is. Cinnamon Harris and I spent time working on it. We've been at it for a few days now, and finally we were able to solidify what we were going for. The Talon will block her nightmares. Will stop her from having nightmares that are affecting Zagaru and Percent. I technically would work for anyone, but it was made with the intention for Mother Larissa. It is quite a powerful binding. He got 6 successes on the roll.
Okay.
On a 6 success summons. So shit's probably bleeding fucking power right now. On a Jagling. And it all went into that one Talon. So he says, you are the right master of the set. We felt it was best to bring this Talon to you to decide what to do with it. I will admit it was only my hands that crafted the Talon. I helped somewhat in its fabrication, but Cinnamon Harris is the one who had the will and the desire to see it made. She approached me. She had been asking around the set for a sage to help with this, and I took up the offer.
As an out of character, just a out of character thing. Where did you guys make this?
Morningtale's house.
Okay.
Duncan oversaw the scene.
All right.
But that was part of why. This was also part of why Sam was saying that he was going to do a ritual. It was this that he was doing.
Chases will pick up the dream catcher. Take it out of the box. He'll look at it.
It also has 5 successes on a craft roll for its fabrication. Duncan stressed that it was a very beautiful, powerful Talon.
You understand, that the affliction facing Mother Larissa is not only nightmares. It's because our deep connection with Gaia is causing her physical pain.
I know. And I explained that to Cinnamon. But she wanted to take action. And sometimes doing anything is better than doing nothing. Was what we considered was probably the best thing to do. And again, the talent could be given to someone else, Gerard or one of the other elders. I felt also it was made with the intention of Mother Larissa. We felt that you would probably know best who to give it to. So, please, it is our gift to the Sept to help in this time crisis. The Talon inside will, the spirit will help with the nightmares that are being afflicted. If I summoned a larger spirit, and if I could get the permission of you and the keeper of the land, and if we made great sacrifices, which we have spoken of, there is the possibility that for the time until the tree is dealt with, we could halt the nightmares for the Sept. But it would require binding powerful spirits into the Sept itself. That is why I was asking you earlier if I could do it.
Right.
But I don't.
I think Great White Mouse I think Great White Mouse may have a problem with that. At least somewhat, eh?
Well, it would be the land, it would be the people, and it would be Chimera that we would find, who is already tied to the Sept. Technically, there is no reason that the very target of the rite of binding cannot be the Sept itself. The Stone of Scorn was put onto the Sept.
He looks at Face of the Storm, very clearly out of his depth.
I know that this is a mighty proposition.
I am not saying no, Sam. Let me be clear on that. I am not saying no. However, I am saying we will discuss this later.
Right now, to be honest, I will admit Chimera has stretched my mind quite a bit, and I am a little bit mentally exhausted. It is not a decision or a debate that I could handle right now. Only if I needed to and it was necessary. He'll nod. He looks like he's energetically fine, but that was a little bit of a stretch for him. But I know I submitted my fetish to you already, but this was a buy one get one. This is just I'm bringing it from Cinnamon. The letter is from Mother Larissa. From Cinnamon.
I will make sure that Mother Larissa receives both of these. And that Cinnamon is recognized for her efforts.
Just not in combat, please. Wait.
Oh, God. You have no idea the things we almost gave up. He'll shake his head like I've seen shit, man. Do you mind if I linger a while in your presence?
Alright.
Flop! I'm so tired.
Alright. Everybody who is here, go ahead and roll perception alertness.
Yeah, gonna.
Versus 2 successes.
Okay.
Actually, 3 successes, Bob.
What are we rolling?
Oh! I see it.
I got 4 successes.
Okay. You don't... I don't know. Go ahead, Bob, if you don't mind describing your entrance.
Well, Olaf's not really trying to hide per se, but he is going about as slow as a human being formed thing can go. He seems very aware that the adults are talking right now, and the last thing he needs are his boot falls just clomp, 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 interrupting what's obviously something very important, even if he's lurking there trying to watch what's going on.
Since Sam feels that he's responsible for him, he'll acknowledge him and he'll say, Olaf.
Olaf comes over.
Here,
Olaf, do you know everyone here, Olaf?
Quick scan. No, not everybody.
All right,
Just
that's
outside.
his.
Just right.
He'll point and he'll like point politely, not like with his hand. He'll say, "This is Blitzkrieg here. He is Arun.
We've met.
This is Kali here. She is the keeper of the land. This is Chase, this is Storm here. He's the right master, and I believe the other. And you know me. So kind of. I don't need to introduce myself. You know me.
Um,
And this is
Alright.
Olaf. He'll say your last name correctly. I won't.
I know.
He is a mighty son of great Fenrir. Fenris.
He's the son of Fenris. Thank God we needed some more people with some goddamn sense. He smiles.
Olaf looks appropriately bashful.
So, I heard you were looking for me.
Well, yeah, I heard you had one of those tokens, so I went to look around for it, but things have a way of coming up. I think I spent most of yesterday leading Natalia around trying to get her familiar with the city.
Who's Natalia?
That,
He
she's a Silver Fang Arun. The nice girl once you get to know her, but little rough on the people skills.
Is that tiny one?
Oh yeah, it's a real tiny lady, the one that antagonized some folks early on.
Whose character?
Marco.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, the spirits say you've also been a little busy.
Well, it is one of our many duties to propagate the species, and I'm working on that.
He looks at Olaf. You've been here precisely 10 minutes, and you're already working on propagating the species.
Well, I was sent here to replace combat losses, and with the way things seem to be going, we're going to need to replace more combat losses, so it's time to get started.
Oh,
I
nice.
told you it was going to happen.
You did, and you did not tell me anything about what it would be like at all. I went in there completely blind, and then I felt like singing.
What was I going to tell you?
That's called. That's
What
called
was I
sex.
going to tell you? There's no preparing you for that.
That is called sex, Olaf, and it's okay. Good job.
Trust me, I can't tell you what to do with sex with a woman. I've never even touched a woman's breast.
Yeah.
Wait.
About that.
So that's going to happen.
All right, here. You had to have done it at least once when you were like a baby or something.
No. I was adopted, remember? My mother fed me.
Big badass looking.
And then Ren shows up. after hearing his shyness, Ren randomly comes into the Umbra and is surrounded by many.
To this day, I have never even kissed a woman. Nothing.
Goddamn. No, seriously, we will eventually need more heterosexual people in this goddamn sept. I'm just saying.
I don't mind bleeding. I don't mind finding a nice girl and, making up.
Bisexual, goddammit, that'd be fine. But this, no. This is...
Chase's Storm raises a very bushy eyebrow at this conversation.
Also, I am very certain that I am the only homosexual man in this sept, okay?
You are, in fact...
I have...
You are, in fact, not.
Well, I'll say.
Still, though.
I went on a date, I think, with the only other one.
All I can say is that that all that love between warriors stuff, that shit can wait. And he looks.
I don't even have time to think, much less be in a relationship. Okay? Like,
Oh, it is pretty time consuming.
Oh God.
I have work,
Oh,
and I have this,
His
and I
Blitzkrieg
have my parents.
back in the Hamid and is holding his eyes like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Anyway,
Is it possible that we can get the train of this conversation back on its tracks?
What was the conversation? We forgot.
sorry, you weren't paying attention, so we decided to wander.
Mind wandered a little bit, Elder. I'm sure you are having very deep thoughts involving things that are so deep and construct and abstract. But
She said,
we lesser men of mortal status were talking about sex, of course.
you said deep.
I know. The only way I can do it. Anyway.
I get it.
That's what you're saying. You were talking about talons and weapons and such.
It seems that I am to only receive 3 submissions to this competition.
I mean, I guess I could try. I don't know what I can make though.
If a last minute submission wins over mine, I think I might commit seppuku.
He looks at Sam. Cry more, noob. Now.
I am far from noob. I have been a member of this great nation for 5 years. No, 6 years I have been gone.
So long.
Now you see why I come to the Scepter of the Green, so I can get to Boston, for God's sake.
No. you just.
I spent almost 2 years. No, I spent a year at the club, and now I'm going into my 16, 17, 18, 19 for 4 years. Clear.
Yeah. Be better. I don't know. Go fight more things.
Bigger Scepter. I was in the Scepter Tonight Sky before.
Kill. Why haven't you killed enough things to not be a Cleath yet? Come
I'm
on.
not an Arun. That's not what we have to do. I'm a sage. Which means I have to sit around and think about things and do wise things. It's hard for a young man to do.
Storm and laughs.
That's so hard for a young man to do.
Is that what you guys do? Is think deep thoughts?
Think deep thoughts. Hurl lightning bolts at Cho'Gaths. I did that one day. That was good. I spent a lot of blood then. Heal people, create talents, make fetishes, reflect, give people spiritual guidance.
Actually, hate to chase. This is actually important now because I just thought of a thing. I should at some point be learning how to do like weirdo spirit magic, right? I mean, one thinks if I'm ever going to make it to Elder, I should probably learn how to do some of this shit.
Wouldn't hurt.
So, what can you teach me? Because I'm terrified.
Do you know how to speak to spirits?
Does punching them count?
No.
Oh, then no.
That is where I would start. That is where I think I did start.
Punching them?
Speaking to them.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. That sounds good. When do I learn that? How do I learn that, actually?
Headmaster, can I ask a question?
What is that, Sam?
Earlier today, I told Chimera that I would help Cinnamon learn some things about the spirit world, but maybe it's not a bad idea for me to possibly do more for Chimera. Can I help Blitzkrieg to find the spirits and speak to them? To
No.
learn to speak to them?
Oh Lord.
Well, Blitzkrieg.
Blitzkrieg looks insanely dubious.
It seems that
Right.
you have a tutor
Oh God.
already volunteering.
Fuck.
I would be honored to help him with this, and if he learns how, I would be honored to teach him one of the rites I know. I think probably the best rite for an Arun to know would be either the rite of binding, or the rite of awakening, or maybe talisman dedication. These are very simple rites that can help an Arun greatly.
I have had things dedicated to me. Notice I'm not usually naked running around the sept. But
Yeah, so rite of talisman dedication then might be a good rite for you to learn.
First, teach him to speak with the spirits. If you're willing to learn, that is, Blitzkrieg.
it is a hole in my education.
After you've taught him to speak with the spirits, teach him dedication.
Yes, this is a story. I would do so.
What about the minor rites or whatever? There was one that someone was speaking about. It's about breathing in and out a lot, meditation, that sort of thing. And apparently,
The minor rite, Gaia's breath.
what do I have to do to get that one? That one sounds good.
That is a very easy rite to learn.
Let's do it. Chop chop. He smirked.
Have to learn to speak to spirits first. Don't know how to speak to the spirits, and you can't.
Oh, is that a rite that requires speaking to the spirits?
No,
Anytime. No, but it is polite to, before you begin learning the rituals, to learn how to speak to spirits so that you may know if you are pleasing them or not. Especially if you are not a Sage and do not have knowledge that we do in the beginning. It is our way, and Gaia set us on this path. So,
Quick question: Is spirit speech a gift or is it a rite?
yeah.
Shit. All right.
While they're talking, Ren comes wandering up, and she's not loud. But she's definitely not sneaking either. She rather than making noise, she kind of walks around the group, makes sure that everybody sees her, and then wanders over to kind of sit down near Callie.
If the Alpha, or if the Right Master likes, I can summon the spirit right now that could teach you the gift.
Any spirit can teach you the gift, honestly.
Blitzkrieg looks again more dubious.
I could, but
Okay.
later. You've done much these last couple of days, son. Take a night off.
I'll give him kind of a lopsided grin. Like, why? But he'll nod.
No drinking.
That's what told me not to breathe as a German.
Blitzkrieg in now perfect German because I actually have the merit. Yes. Says I drink all I want. You guys are you guys are cliffs. I can give you guys orders. Ha ha.
Well, if that he'll return to him in Germany. He says, well, if that's an order, it's a bit like the Little Prince, the king telling his general to turn into an albatross. But if I must,
Nah, you're fine. I'm just fucking around.
he'll
That
pull
was
his flask out and take a
That
sip.
was in English because he's mostly
Yeah, he'll take his flask out and take a long sip, and then
offer it to Blitzkrieg.
What the hell is this?
Taylor Jerry's. It's rum, like good rum.
You drink some of it. Ain't got no weirdo spirit shit in it, does it?
It's Awakens. That's all.
He drinks it. Anyway.
He'll offer some over to Chase as a storm.
He'll chases the storm, reaches out a hand, takes a swig.
Nah. This is isn't this a little atypical? Oh, I'm sorry, isn't this a little typical for your tribe?
Perhaps.
I have wondered if you, me, and him started drinking, who would be the last man standing?
Ren starts rolling up her sleeves.
You think he'd be the last man standing then?
No.
Oh no, Pillow Hands would probably survive all of us.
Did you just call her Pillow Hands?
Yes.
Ren winces, keeps rolling her sleeves up.
Trying not to die laughing over here. He proceeds to try to keep a semi-straight face.
No, it is a badge of honor to be called Pillow Hands. That just means we need to train you in strength.
It's been a lively month for deed names.
I wouldn't say it's your deed name. I'm saying it's probably going to be your name in class, which you will be returning to for the love of God. Because need training. Ugh, in the worst way.
In Guy's name, I swear it.
You just swore. No, you're effed.
So, does anybody else have anything they wish to discuss?
Oh, yeah, the tree. This is actually important. Everything is in place. All of the chiminage has been paid. All of the holes have been dug. Everything that needs doing is officially done. The last thing we need to do is to check. Well, we are going. The Striders of Ice and Concrete have an official plan that has been being sort of put into motions, not quite behind the scenes, but on top of everything else that's been going on. I'd require your aid, Right Master, to assist with the rite. We are going to somehow install. Well, I don't know how to do it, but I'm assuming other people know how to do this. Bind the spirits into the tree. I know that will go far by itself to curing Mother Larissa. But the spirits that we have are Bragir and Dolphin. And the combination, these two spirits alone would make any sept or cairn a beacon of healing and hope for those within it. Those spirits together, we would literally create a paradise. A paradise for the weak and wounded Gauru who may be going through the effects of Harano or going through the effects of combat weariness. They could come to this sept and thrive and get back to the fight. Think of it as sort of a combat hospital.
Sam's little face lights up.
Well,
Based on the research I've done and all of the information I've been given by the theurges in question and by Contemplates the Mercy, yeah, that's how it should work. The biggest problem I think we'll have is convincing Bragir and Dolphin to work together, or they are spirits of... Well, Bragir is the spirit of Fenris, and as far as everyone has told me, Dolphin is the spirit of Wendigo. As you can tell, getting those spirits to work together will be challenging.
That is...
should that not be taken care of before we proceed?
Before we what?
Should that not be taken care of before we proceed?
I'm mostly banking on the fact that both Kachina and Contemplates are working on it on their ends respectively. And then I guess when we get after the spirit is defeated, we can go into full negotiations of who actually gets the tree itself. I mean, both of them working together, frankly, would, in my eyes, create a place of peace for all Gauru. Specifically both the Wendigo and the Geta Fenris, who I assume you know, don't always share the warmest of friendships.
No, they do not.
And to have a place of peace on what is essentially an island in essentially a huge park, bigger than Central Park even, would make it so that we could have Gauru there who want to settle differences and who want to move forward, unburdened by the bullshit that has plagued both of our tribes for so long. Because frankly, I'm fucking sick of it. If you don't mind me speaking frankly.
Not at all. Sam, you have something to say?
In some moments directly after your actions, I don't know if it has been considered yet or not, but you might want to throw up the rights of the Badger Spur and the rights of the Shrouded Glen.
She mentioned a right that I have no idea of. What?
The rights of the Shrouded Glen and the rights of the Badger Spur are both rights that are used to protect a sept and the umbra of a sept. When this right is completed, there is the possibility that the enemies of Gaia will attempt to strike when this new place of power is at its weakest, which is directly after you finish. If the right...
This is not the right of cairn building. We are not building.
No, it's not, but it will still send out much power, and the worm itself may call for allies to come and fight. But if the rights of Shrouded Glen and the rights of the Badger Spur have been cast, it would make it harder for them to reach the area. Even if it's not the rights of cairn building, there is still the chance that the worm would try to interfere. Of course, obviously. You may not have a fight only from within, but a fight from without. And beyond that, in the immediate time after, the first couple of days or weeks, they may wait for you to feel as though you are secure, and then attack then. But if you have both the right of Shrouded Glen and Badger Spur on the set, or on this place of power, whatever it is, then it would add a measure of security. And you may not have so much of a fight to deal with.
Blitzkrieg pouts.
I know, I'm sorry. I understand what you are saying, but it is probably a good idea to find out if those two rights are being taken into account to be cast. And if not, then I would recommend doing it.
He looks at Chasing the Storm for confirmation on what she's saying. He has no idea. He's like,
Well?
yeah.
Chases the Storm will look over at Sam. Where have you heard about these rights?
I am from the Sept of the Night Sky. These things are charged constantly. They are simple rights, and they are some of the rights that used. I learned to be a sage under Yuri Konietzko. Those rights are so
Can you
primal.
perform these rights?
Can I what?
Can you perform these rights?
I have a feeling I'm going to learn how, aren't I? I just volunteered, didn't I? Yeah, I did. He'll look at Blitzkrieg like, there you go. I have time to learn them. He'll hold his hands up like, I just walked into that one.
Dumbass Cleops always, always,
Just walked into that shit.
always walking into duty. Goes,
Just walked into that one.
Olaf,
I have to learn how to do this right,
Yes?
Master.
what is, you haven't actually told me because we haven't had a chance to ask, but what are you good at insofar as fighting? I know you are Philodox, so you might not be as combat capable as an Arun, but where do your skills lie in that arena?
Hand to hand and weapons of the hand. Not bad with the throw, but I don't really like the idea of throwing away the thing. But I can do it in a pinch. I'm okay with guns. I don't like them ever since that time I got shot at that pool hall. But I can work them, and I'm not that good with a bow. Nobody ever really taught me how to use a bow. They just gave me a bow and said, "Go hunt dinner." So I did.
Well, this sounds like a halfway decent party to, well, at some point we're going to have to go hunting. Because, as I was saying earlier, the tree that we have, the tree that we intend to make a cairn, this place of peace, will... Well, the thing that is inside it that caused us to summon the wild spirit that created it in the first place, it should be weak. It should be insanely weakened. It is in fact not. This represents a problem because that means that there may be outside forces tampering. We are going to be going hunting at some point to find these outside spirits. Oh, I'm sorry, to find these outside interlopers and correct the problem.
Blitzkrieger.
He looks.
The hunter spoke to some very learned theurges today, and if we can bring back one of these spiral dancers alive, there's possibly some very powerful magics they could help us with.
He raised an eyebrow. Do you mean have their actual assistance in helping us? What? Explain that better, because I'm confused.
I realize there are a limited number of dancers, but if we can capture one, I believe that there are things that they can do to help us with the rest, and most importantly with their totem.
He looks at Chase the Storm for a second. As if,
I just
like,
mean while you're hunting.
as if, what the shit is this Clea talking about?
Say that again. I'm sorry. Anyway.
The Octana we spoke to suggested that if we could bring her a live dancer, she might be able to help us with the defeat of their totem.
Oh, yeah. Kachina was telling me something about an ability that they have. It's fucking creepy. I think they can do something to the totem.
Moonface has no idea. She just knows they need a
No, yeah,
live one.
Kachina was talking to us about it through the pack link one day. It's fucking terrifying.
Just while you're hunting anyway.
I have little knowledge of this, to be honest. I would go speak with Kachina about such things.
Yeah, no, definitely. But you may want to talk to your tribe mate about his place and all that. And he looks at Moonface. Well, not Moonface, but Quiet Thoughts, I guess. He looks at Pillow Hands. And he's like, we may want to discuss the capture of her The plan to capture her was already set. It was reliant on Alan's assistance, and for whatever reason, he was reticent to assist. I don't know why, and I'm not going to specific. That's funny. And I'm not going to gainsay the warder with an issue with the wormfoe.
She blinks because this is beyond her. If you do go hunting for the rest of them, perhaps an effort could be made to not kill one of them, if it seems feasible.
The original plan was to capture, I believe her name is Joyce, and capture Joyce and find out if she is in fact a black spiral and not in fact a Ronin, as was the original thought. And if she is indeed a spiral, to in fact compel her assistance.
We ran into several more
Have you now? Where?
when we went hunting.
Was the warder or the worm foe appraised of this?
She scratches her head because now she can't remember. I imagine they were told, but
Or did you tell them yourself?
no, Rhea.
Correct that, please.
Immediately.
Any details you can provide. Anything you remember, anyone who's with you, get them together and speak with the warder on what happened. If there is an active black spiral pack that's moving and that you guys encountered, that means there are more. And if there are more, then we have to eradicate them.
Do you remember when Staten Island caught fire?
Barely. Was I here? He looks at Chase in the Storm. He assumed Chase knows all this.
Anyway, that I will speak to the warder and the wormfoe.
Chases the Storm, coughs for a second, and goes, "Battle and its strategies is not my strong suit."
No, but I thought you might know about it actually happening. Generally, some cub decides it wants to come and claim renown after letting something be on fire for a bit.
Is it true?
Real mean.
Who is your pack?
My pack.
No.
Mine, yeah?
He knows who your pack is. He looks at Philip.
Oh, we all do.
That's why he was like,
My pack, Raya?
Yes. Dot.
I think I glitched. Did he say yes, Ren's pack?
Yes. He wants to know who Ren's pack is.
The Hunters of the Lost. KOTOR is my alpha.
I'm so sorry. Oh,
I have a question.
Oh, hang on, I have full
You're right.
rage.
That rage, though.
Nope, no worries. You're safe.
Yeah, Sam will look at her. He's been very deep in thought, and he'll look at her and he'll say, "Ren, I have a question. Was the rites of cleansing performed on you after this encounter?"
Yes.
Thank God.
Yes.
Rub his head like I'm about to fucking bust my skull today. Hello. Okay.
They have Kotori in their pack. The rite of cleansing is always performed because he loves that fucking rite.
Don't make me bite the tip of my tongue off. He'll say to Chases, Rhea, I do not. Chases Stormia, fuck. Chases Stormia, I do not have time to learn this ritual. It takes about a month. I will see personally that someone who can do it is alerted to and strongly suggests that this is included in the plan. Is that amenable to you, Jason Stormia?
"Find a name. I will send them a message."
Well, thumbs up.
Until that time, I have duties that are rather pressing at the moment. And he will pick up this dream catcher. He'll nod his head at each one of you.
And the bayonet and the stasis arrow.
And the stasis arrow.
Yeah.
And chases the storm with turn. You notice him reach into his cloak and place the items in the robes that he's wearing. And then his form will melt away into Lupus. And he will walk towards the heart of the sept.
I think we can call that a scene. Because I have to go.
Mm-hmm. Is everybody okay with that?
Yeah, all I have to do is I can follow up with Shan on my own.
Yep.
Alright, so we thank you players for playing. Watchers for watching. This has been another episode of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York, the Guru venue. Please have a good night, a good afternoon, and a good morning. Bye.